All right, all right. You don't want me to see some things? I have seen it. I know it. And once I leave this place, I'm coming straight there to take it. All right, it's time for a final conversation. Now we have Huzzain Bello, also known as Hube. He is a creative professional known for his works as a filmmaker, an editor, a cinematographer, a photographer, any other Now, he has worked, a wide range of projects, including films, TV shows, documentaries, commercials, music videos. This guy is huge. We have someone here in the studio with us, an amazing young man. How you doing now?
Good.
Big guy.
Very good, man.
How are you doing?
Very good, very good.
You are a filmmaker, you're an actor, you're a producer, you're a songwriter. It's really a lot. How do you combine all this together?
As you mentioned actor now, I was not like, whoa, am I? But actually I have done some acting since, not a lot, but
yeah,
man, it's all good. It's all good,
By the way, you have an amazing voice. I don't know if you've ever been told.
Wow, look who's trying to flatter me.
No, to be honest, you really have an amazing voice.
Should I tell you a secret?
Yeah, tell me.
I don't like how I sound.
You don't like how you sound?
When I send voice notes, I don't like playing it back.
Okay, so whenever you're like chatting with someone and then you just send a voice note, you just say
I don't want to play it back.
You don't want to hear your own voice.
Exactly.
Oh, nice. All right, but tell me, you also are a producer. You are a filmmaker, documentary. How did all this start for you? Did you study theater arts, media arts, or what was the beginning for you?
Interestingly, filmmaking wasn't a go-to career for me, Growing up, we always have this, our forming career, doctor, lawyer, engineer, pilot. I wanted to be a doctor, a gynecologist to be specific, So, I even like rejected some, what universities do, that they will give you another course. I don't want.
So it's not that one.
That's not exactly. So during the course of me trying to get the one I want,
yeah,
I got with a filmmaker, video director person, and I was just like, I think I want to do this, So after some years, production assistance and all that, I now went to film school.
To brush
up the knowledge.
What's film school?
There's one film school in Abuja, HD Film Academy.
Wow.
A very big one and all that. So that's where I took all I've learned on field, the theoretical parts, merged it together, and we've been trying our best ever since.
All right, let's talk about your documentary. I know you've been working on a documentary recently. You haven't released it yet, but just tell us about the title and what the documentary is about.
Right. Not addressing this anymore.
Not addressing this anymore. That's the title.
Yeah. But it will be...
Hold on, I need to take that in for a bit. Not addressing this anymore.
NATA for short.
Wow, that's awesome.
Right. And it will be interesting to know that it's actually a subject matter that needs addressing.
Of course.
But I coined out that name from when I was speaking to someone going through, the documentary, by the way, is about infertility, the struggles, the stigmatization, especially in the African, narrowing down to the Nigerian context. So when I was speaking with one of the people that's going through infertility, looking for fruit of the womb, he was like, she's always tired when people ask her about it, like she doesn't want to talk about it anymore. So it was like not addressing this anymore, but it's a topic
you
that
need
we need to keep
always
talking
address.
About. Right.
So I'm just wondering here what the documentary covers, because this is a wide topic. Are you basically informing people that, one, this is something to talk about, or are you also sharing experiences of people who successfully went through it and came out, with children and all the rest? I want to understand the themes in the documentary.
So the thing about NATA was that the initial idea was to be a feature length. The story of infertility, globally, Nigeria, it's broad. It's like a rabbit hole. You can keep digging, right? So eventually, I made it a short, right? So I focused on the problems, what causes it, the psychological and emotional trauma it does, and then solutions of how different parts people toil to get this thing. I talked about the medical field. I spoke about the tradomedicinal part. And then I went to Oshun to film the procession of how people seek. I
was just going to ask. I was just going to ask that now. I mean, you probably had different interviews with different people. What was the craziest thing you heard that people do to get children? What's the craziest one you've ever heard?
So, well, in the documentary, I only used one woman, and she agreed on on a case of anonymity.
Okay.
Not to show her face. So I heard crazy stuff from her.
Wow.
You know, she said there was one time she went to. She didn't want to mention the place, but it was a popular ritual shrine then.
Okay.
She said she went to bed there, 12
Wow.
a.m. at night. She says she has been to Cotonou, Abidjan,
Wow.
looking for fruit of the womb, doing many, eating concoction and stuff like that. And I felt like, wow. You know, she went to see, there's this thing called cryptic pregnancy. So these people dupe people that are desperate to have children.
Yes.
You know, they just give them some kind of stuff that makes them blow up. They think they are pregnant, and there's an arrangement with someone. It leads to baby factory. That's why I said this story is broad.
I was just going to talk about baby factory because I realized in recent time there are certain movies these days that are always focusing on things like baby factory, kidnap, and all the rest. And what do you think? What do you think? I want to hear your opinion on that. Do you think this is a great idea for Nollywood to focus more on certain topics like this, or should we spend more time entertaining rather than giving topics like this?
Great question. You know, as I always say, people love reading books to get information. Traveling explores the mind. Filmmaking is also a very important tool that you can use to steer the society's mind to the right direction. So this is a great question you just threw at me, because not just documentary, because documentaries are usually realistic based, but movies, as we are talking about comedy films, and let us try and channel it to stuff that will also enlighten the minds of the people watching. So something like this that you just suggested is a great way. You know, let us find stories that.
But to also speak on the side of producers who are looking for money, who are looking for, the bigger shows every December. They want to break the next box office with 1 billion, 2 billion. You know, once you tell them, oh, come and talk about a story that focuses on, childbirth and all.
Who they watch that one?
Who they watch all those.
Exactly.
Give us something something comical.
True parties in there and all that.
Exactly. But how do you as a producer turn the minds of people who are probably just watching right now? How do you tell them that, oh, yes, you can enjoy all those movies though, but it's also very important for you to understand, one, how you even operate as a human being. How do you do that in this kind of society? Okay,
let me give you a quick example. We had a private screening of this documentary just this last weekend. And a lady walked up to me. She's the Secretary General of one of the fertility associations in Nigeria.
Yeah.
She said she told the person that told her to come to the event, like their rep, she said, convince me why I need to go to this show, why I need to go to this, tell me why I should go. And she was like, yo, I am happy I came.
Wow.
You know, I had so many feedback on the spot.
People saying they're excited they're doing this.
These are people that normally they would rather want to see entertaining stuff and all that. And they were like, since then I've been getting, how can we do this? How can we take this? And these are things that I'm also working on in terms of how to push it out there. I'm not the first, I'm not going to be the last. There are many people doing, and I wish it would continue. All right, so how can we watch the documentary? I'm just wondering. There's plan going on to put it on streaming platforms. So that's
like YouTube, Netflix?
I want to do more of streaming platforms that people can watch it globally, and also sort of, generates funds that we can also channel it.
So what platform are you looking at?
There's Showmax, Netflix.
Lovely.
So,
lovely. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Edgar, for having me.
That is all that we can take at this time. But trust me, there is still a lot.
No,
you see that thing that they were hiding in the kitchen? That thing they were hiding in the kitchen. Two of us are going to
Can I go find out? Because the aroma
is causing a little problem. All right. Let us move all the way to the kitchen, all right? The show continues. Let's go.